You're watching Football Daily, and here's this week's biggest transfer news and headlines. We've asked you guys to keep an eye out for any transfer rumours and to tweet them in. So if you'd like to be involved next week, make sure you follow us on Twitter and hit us up with the hashtag transfertalk to me @ZachJellab or the Football Daily account. And if you want to see more great content and keep up to date with the world of football, make sure you like and subscribe. Let's kick it off in Barcelona today, because despite the club's super start to the La Liga campaign, Ernesto Valverde is hoping to add multiple reinforcements to his squad this January. The first would be a dagger through the heart of Real Madrid fans everywhere, because his ex-Los Blancos star, Mesut Ozil, who could be available for as little as £19 million. The Telegraph claimed that Arsene Wenger would be keen to accept the Blaugrana bid, because it would prevent one of his star players from joining a domestic rival for the remainder of the season. But if you were the Frenchman, would you cash in on Ozil and sell him abroad, or keep him for the remainder of the season and let him go for a free in July? Let us know by voting in the poll. The German isn't the only potential Camp Nou arrival though, because the board are apparently keen on signing Ajax wonderkid centre-back Matthijs de Ligt in January. Dutch media outlet De Ziggo even go as far as to claim that a deal has already been agreed for the 18-year-old in the region of €45 million. However, as part of the deal, it would allow Ajax to keep him on loan for the remainder of the season, before De Ligt eventually becomes an official Barcelona player next summer. Barca aren't the only side in Europe chasing defensive reinforcements though, because ex-Catalan manager Pep Guardiola is also struggling at the back. With John Stones' hamstring injury set to keep him out into the new year, the citizens have turned their attention to Southampton's Virgil van Dijk, according to the Manchester Evening News. However, with a price tag in excess of £75 million and the Saints a nightmare to deal with, Guardiola may be forced to pursue other options across Europe. Our next three stories all come from the red half of Manchester, so have a guess who wrote this one. But anyway, United fans, would you rather the good news or the bad news first? Let's go with the negative. According to various reports, Henrik Mkhitaryan will ask to leave in the summer because he is concerned about playing time with so many attacking options at Old Trafford. For us, this is probably a non-starter, as 99% of the articles are based around Mourinho's quotes to the press that Mickey was dropped against Newcastle because he has too many options, which is surely just a fair comment, but what do you reckon? Let us know in the comments below. If Mickey was to leave, Jose is likely to hunt for a replacement despite having a number of forward options including Mata, Rashford, Martial, Zlatan and Romelu Lukaku. Nevertheless, the Mail claim he will return to former club Chelsea in the hopes of prizing Willian from Antonio Conte's clutches next summer. However, following the backlash the club received after the sale of Nemanja Matic a few months ago, the paper do also report that Roman Abramovich will likely put a block on the move. One area that Jose is definitely going to look to improve next summer is at left back, especially with the expected sale of Luke Shaw for around £20 million. The principal target is apparently Danny Rose, who has found himself out of favour at Tottenham after a string of injuries and problems with Mauricio Pochettino. The Times believe that a deal could be struck, but as with every Daniel Levy sale, it is likely to be extremely costly for the Red Devils. Before we head over to our next transfer story, make sure you check out #FanHour live today at 5 PM GMT. Make sure you're there. Let's go to Merseyside now, and with the incredible form of Mo Salah, it seems like the end could be near for striker Daniel Sturridge, with his playing time still limited. The Metro claim that the England striker is keen to move on in order to help his chances of making the World Cup squad, which seems unlikely at current state. Gareth Southgate has made it abundantly clear that he will only pick players if they get regular 90 minutes for their club, so this move seems like it's edging closer and closer. West Ham, of course, and Southampton are both said to be interested, but where would you go if you were Sturridge? Let us know in the poll above. While Sturridge is on the verge of slipping out of the top four, another forward harbours dreams of entering it. Yes, it's Watford's Brazilian sensation, Richarlison. Tottenham and Arsenal are both interested in the 20-year-old, who has scored 5 and made 2 more in just 11 games so far this season. However, the Independent claim they're not alone, as there remains major interest from the dreaded Chinese Super League, who'd be willing to offer huge wages. And finally, let's head to Turin, where Juventus are keen to get more recruits through the door, and leading the charge is Wolfsburg midfielder Maximilian Arnold. The Bianconeri were apparently impressed with the German's performances at last year's Euro Under-21 tournament, and have been monitoring him ever since. Arnold is under contract until at least 2020, however did recently admit he is in talks with a number of big clubs about a move, so keep an eye on this one. So I hope you guys liked that video. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed that, why not check out the video on screen right now? I'm sure it is great. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.